Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So it is now the third week of Vlogmas and it's Saturday, and I thought I would do a video on doing things that are Christmassy and getting into the festive season. So I am all on my own today. Phil is at work, and then later on can't speak. Later on he is at his Christmas work do party sort of thing. So I thought today I would do some Christmas baking. So I'm going to make some Christmas cupcakes, and I thought I would film it so you can see how to make the cupcakes and what I'm doing basically. You know, just come baking with me really. So I am going to do that now. I've got the Christmas tree lights on, which is looking very festive. Looks really pretty. I had my mum and dad round this morning, and I'm going blue. And I now just going to do that and maybe wrap some presents later and go from there. So let's go and do some baking. I am wearing today a Christmas jumper that says "Meet me under the mistletoe." It's a black jumper from H&M. And it's not really one of those thick jumpers. It's sort of just like that, I don't know how to describe it. Just like cotton material, not like fluffy or anything. Just like a sweatshirt. That's it, a sweatshirt material. So I've got that on because you can only really wear your Christmas jumpers once a year. So I thought I might do it. And because it was Christmas jumper day yesterday and I was at work and didn't wear a Christmas jumper, I thought I'd wear one today. And because of baking. So there we go. And then I have my grey super dry jeans on. Right, let's get baking. So I'm in the kitchen now. I've got my ingredients out. I did get some scales today because I didn't actually have some proper scales. Let me shut this door so we can film properly. So yes, I've got some really nice kitchen scales. I've just got to put the box on there. There we go, I'll put it there for the time being. And I just need to get out the stuff to do Christmas cupcakes. I do have a pretty Christmas tray, but yeah, don't need that right now. So let's get everything out. I'll just quickly show you the ingredients that I got. So I have chocolate buttons, I have caster sugar, I've got some pretty little Christmas toppers for the cakes. We've got some flour, some cupcakes, cupcake cases, that's the word, eggs, and then obviously ice and sugar for when we come to do the icing on top, and some piping bags and some essences to make the ice and sugar taste nice, and then obviously butter's in the fridge. So will point out they are going to be wheat-free cupcakes. So this is wheat-free flour. Yeah, so I'm making wheat-free cupcakes because, hold on, I got an itchy face. I'm making wheat-free cupcakes because my mum actually suffers from wheat allergy. So obviously if I make normal cupcakes with wheat in them, she's not going to be able to have them, and I really want her to enjoy them as well. And everyone's sort of into this like non-wheat diet. So even if people don't have wheat allergy, I'm finding a lot of people actually prefer the food and actually makes them feel better, because wheat can sometimes make you feel quite bloated. So yeah, I mean, I've always really had a wheat-free diet just because of my mum. When I was living back at home, it was a lot easier just to all have non-wheat food. Obviously I would have the odd cake and so on. It wasn't like I was completely strict from eating wheat. We did have separate cupboards and so on, but it just made life a lot easier. So I actually really enjoy it and can't tell the difference at all. So I'm going to make wheat-free cupcakes, and I'm going to show you obviously like the consistency of the sponge and the mixture and so on, so you can see, and show you how they really turn out. I mean, I don't see any difference in a normal wheat sponge, except the fact I always find it a lot lighter. So that's what I'm going to do, wheat-free cupcakes. So all ingredients here are suitable for people who have wheat allergy and gluten and so on. So let's create this and let's get going. So first of all, I'm going to get out my Kenwood Chef because this is absolutely amazing and I don't know what I would do without it. So it's quite heavy though, so bear with me. Oh, it's so heavy. Right, let's plug this in. For some reason it's got goo in it. I have no idea what that's all about. What is that? Right. Just going to give everything a wipe over. I have no idea where that's from, but sure. Right, so I've just washed up all of the Kenwood stuff and given the Kenwood a good clean over because I haven't used it in a while. Just going to sponge it all off with a tea towel. Perfect, okay, so just gonna get out a clean tea towel just to dry up everything because of my mum's allergies and we don't want to. You know what, I think I'm losing all my tea towels. I know this is one, but where are all the others? Okay, well anyway. So I'm going to dry up all of the stuff because these are new scales. Obviously wanted to wash it all and make sure it was all clean. And the mixing bowl. So as you can see my hair is up, but I am going to pull all this fringe up and put it all up so it's all out of my face because you do not want to have hair in your cupcake mix. So I'm going to, in a minute, release my hair in the bun and put it all out of my face so hopefully no hair falls. Because of hygiene, you do not want to have hair in your cupcake mix. So I'm going to, pull all my hair off my face and make sure no hair will drop into the mix. And then I've just ran a hot bowl of water, clean, after doing all of this. And I'm going to wash my hands because of hygiene as well, obviously cooking. Like I was saying, you don't want to have hair in your cupcake mix. You obviously do not want to have dirty hands or any, germs on your hands. You want to have clean hands when cooking. So that's what I'm going to do. Especially because I'm baking for other people, but just in general anyway, whenever cooking you should always wash your hands. So, let's put this on. Cool. And let's just give the lid a dry. First thing is first, like I said, I'm going to do my hair. So, excuse this look because I'm going to pop my hair up. Ooh. And, I say I'm going to get it on my face, but am I actually? Let's have a look. Oh, that's an interesting look, but there we go. So, okay, hair out of face. And now let's start baking. So I do have my recipe here. I'm just going to adjust that. So I did my recipe, so let's get going. So I'm going to bring the camera forward, but these are my new scales that I got today. And we're going to start using them now. So let's bring the camera over and let's stick you here on the windowsill. And so that you're not going to be able to see, you're not going to be able to go and see me, but that's not important. At least you can see what I'm doing and the ingredients and so on. So first of all, we're going to do 6 ounces of flour. And the flour's already going everywhere. Going to have a fun time cleaning. So make sure your scales are set at the centre, because obviously you don't want to have any false measurements there. Perfect, right. I'm going to have to get a bag for the flour. So, okay. Bowl centre, yeah. So we're going 6 ounces of flour. Right, next we're going to do the casting sugar. So again, we need 6 ounces of sugar. So we've got 6 ounces of sugar. Perfect. Put that all in the mixing bowl. Set it back to 0, make sure it's on 0. Wash my hands in the bowl of water. Right, next we're going to do the butter. So I'm using Flora butter, Flora buttery. Get a clean knife out. I'm actually going to get some kitchen towel just to put all the things that we use. Right, so get a clean knife out, and we're going to do Going to do 6 ounces of butter. Fresh butter, not open, so no cross-contamination. And I've given the jug a good clean. Right. So I'm using medium range eggs. And we're just going to get a separate bowl. We'll use this bowl because it only had butter in. And we're going to put the butter in the fridge. We can no longer need the butter. We might need the butter, we might not. So I'm going to leave it there because I do have another butter. And I'm going to use the pen and write wheat-free butter. So we know that's the wheat-free one. Right, so we're going to use 2 eggs. You're probably all saying, why did you break your eggs like that? Why didn't you use a teaspoon or a knife? Because easy to juice that. Okay, make sure there is no shell. No, perfect. And then another egg. Oh, this one doesn't want to crack. There we go. Make sure there's no shell in that, which there isn't. Looks good. Wash hands. Right. Put the eggs away. Start preheating the oven. Just started to preheat the oven at 180. 6 ounces flour, 6 ounces sugar, 6 ounces of butter, 2 eggs, and that's that. So, we're now going to put everything down. No, we're not. Switch the Kenwood chef on, and we're going to mix all the ingredients together, and then we're going to go from there. And we're now going to put the cupcake cases into the cupcake tin. Right, so as you can see, I'm a bit hair everywhere now, so it's starting to come up, fall out. So I've put the cakes in the oven. I've set my timer for 10 minutes, even though I've got 5 remaining. I'm going to spend to clean up the kitchen, and then hopefully the cakes will be ready and they'll be cooling, and then we can get on to icing. So I've just got the cakes out of the oven, and whilst they're cooling down, I'm going to make the buttercream. To make the buttercream, you will need icing sugar and butter, and then to give it some flavour, you will need an extract, but I'm going to use actual brandy for my buttercream. But if you are under the age of 18 or you do not like alcohol, then please do not use brandy. Instead, use an alternative, and you can use vanilla extract, or you can use something else like peppermint or lemon. All different sorts of flavours are available in stores, but like I said, I am going to use brandy, and only a tiny capful of brandy because I do not want a lot. It's just to give it a little bit of a hint of brandy in the buttercream, and I want to do something like, you know, like brandy buttercream. So that's what I'm going to do, but like I said, only a tiny little capful, literally this small, just to give it a bit of flavour. And then to decorate the cupcakes on top, I'm going to use these little cake toppers. These are called Winter Wonderland, and they have Christmas trees, snowmen, penguins and robins. And then also I'm going to use chocolate buttons just to give it a little bit more decoration with cupcakes. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to get on making the buttercream while the cakes are cooling, and I'll film that so you can see me making the cream and then piping them onto the cupcakes. So for the icing sugar, you will need 6 ounces, and then place into the mixing bowl. You will need 3 ounces of butter, and then place into the mixing bowl to mix. Next, to add the essence, I am using brandy for mine and only a small capful, but do this to taste. If you are not using brandy, then to add your alternative, whether fresh lemon juice, peppermint or vanilla, the choice is yours. Keep adding to the mixture if you feel it needs more flavour. Next, it's time to pipe the buttercream. I am using disposable piping bags. All you need to do is cut the end of the piping bag for the piping fitting, and away you go. And this is the best part of the day and part of baking. Oh, that's good. Right, let's continue to lick the bowl. I'll show the cupcakes. Right, so I'm now going to put the cake toppers on top of the cupcakes and decorate. noticed that they're actually white and milk chocolate, which I should have known from the front of it, but there we go. It's given me a little surprise. So I'm just going to do some like little bits of decoration on top of these last little ones because I didn't have any cake toppers for these ones, so that's okay. So these are the finished cupcakes. They are wheat free, and the tin that they are in is from IKEA, and it's really handy because you can bake your cupcakes in the tin and, as you've seen, redecorate them. And then when you want to take them away, you just put the lid on top, and then you've got the handles, and away you go. And this is the best bit. That's good. Right, so I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my cupcake. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will be back with a new video very soon. Bye!